Hello and welcome back again to the Diary of the Coffee Handers YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the upcoming Zimbabwe Barista Throwdown, the first ever of its kind. And I want to talk about why this competition is crucial and it's important to the revival of Zimbabwe's coffee industry. But first, I've got to make some coffee. And today, I am going to be making some coffee from Zezuru Coffee Company. Now, I came into the knowing of Zezuru Coffee Company in Cape Town. It's a nice little outfit based in Cape Town, run by a fantastic lady there called Lorraine. And so I came into the knowing at the end of last year. And I must say, Lorraine and the team are doing a fantastic job working with some women in the Vumba area towards Bema Valley. Bema Valley, that's where she is sourcing from. Coffee grown by women only. So if you are in and around Cape Town and you want to taste a bit of Vumba, the misty mountains, please get in touch with Zezuru Coffee. They are in Cape Town and they will deliver to you. Fantastic work they're doing.
And not just us, but also the smallholder, farmers that are bringing these beans into these bags. They're powering Zezuru.
Oh, fantastic. And Lorraine, what have you to say?
Try it for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do not need an inspirational quote, I just need a coffee. Oh wow, look at this. I love this. Wow, look at this. I'm going to be doing a lot of shopping here.
We've got something for everyone. If you're not a coffee drinker, we've got top drinks for you, we've got cup mugs for you, we've got flasks for you, so there's
Everything. Zezuru coffee. So why Zezuru?
Because that's my tribe. That's the name of our tribe.
So
we are part of our heritage.
okay.
And
I am Zezuru.
Yes.
I am Zezuru, but Changamiri. But our inspiration was a Karanga.
Oh really? So you should turn the coffee. Wow.
Yeah, but no, fantastic. This is excellent. I love your packaging is beautiful. Yeah. Nice. But today I'm going to make some coffee and I'm going to be using Zezuru's coffee from Vumba, from the women in Vumba. And I'm going to be brewing it using, today it's going to be the AeroPress. We'll do the AeroPress. Though my favorite is the V60, but today we just want to go put it through the AeroPress. Now, need to grind up some bean. What have we here? Let's get the scale up. Now I'm going to measure it up. Probably spot on with the weighing. So a couple more. Like that. All right, yo. So that's got to go in there first. And then put that down here to catch it. The settings are perfect. Oh, to make just a slight adjustment. Just make it close to medium. There you go. Right, let's do this. And that's it. There you go. And we've got, nice, lovely coffee. Now then, let's get the bad boy, the AeroPress this in place. So they don't recommend this. They say it's too dangerous because you're playing with hot liquids. You should do it by way of placing it on top. But I don't. I put it upside down and then tip it over. It works best for me. I think the coffee brews better because there's no early extraction that happens. And it just brings about nice. Just make sure the measurements we've got are correct. And in there. With everything, yep, put that on the side, get that out of the way, right, okay, nice one. So then, now let's see, so this thing has got markers on it, but I'll just go by weight. Just go have a look. Okay, we're done with the scale. Can bring it here where it is a bit more stable on the hard surface. Just get that stirred up a little bit. Make sure everything is mixed up. Okay. Now where are we? A little basket and filter paper. In fact, I'm going to double filter. I'm going to use 2 papers. That's sitting in nicely, and here we go, like that. And we're going to put. Now this is the bit where it can be a bit tricky because this is hot, and if you mess it up, you might end up burning yourself or scalding yourself. So you've got to be very careful. So what I then do is I place this over there. I prefer doing it to my left because I've got better control with my right hand. And then I just tip this over and we are brewing, and then slowly get this going, and here we go. We're gonna put this on the side. I'm just gonna take just a sip of the espresso, but I'm gonna top up with water because I want it to be diluted a bit, but I'm just gonna test just to. Nice. Zezuru coffee. Fantastic. Well, I'm just going to top up and then we can get talking about the Zimbabwe Barista Throwdown that is starting in April. Now, I've already made mention of this in different postings, even on the social media channels, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and I don't know where else, Instagram. By the way, just follow Coffee Hunter or Coffee by Kings. That's Changamiri Coffee's handle. So the Zimbabwe Barista Throwdown is starting in mid-April. It's going to start the provincial championships are going to start with the roadshow starting in Victoria Falls. So we'll start mid-April in Victoria Falls. During the trade fair week, we are then going to be doing the blow your leg before we come up to Harare via Kwekwe. And then we will be then moving across to Mutare via Marondera to do the rest of the provinces. So this is a landmark event. This is a game changer. We've had the entries coming in. So far, we've got over 40 entries that have come in to represent different provinces. And we are still looking at some wildcard entries because there are people that have kept on sending messages to say, we never knew about this. We got to see about this quite late. Is it still okay for us to enter? So we're going to make a consideration about that, but we want as many people to be involved as possible. So what's going to happen is why this is what I want to talk about. Why this is so important. I have been talking over the last few weeks about the democratization of coffee in Zimbabwe being key to seeing the industry revived or the renaissance of the industry really. And democratization of coffee really it stems from the idea that luxury is now being marketed to the general population so that anybody can access these brands that were seen as of the upper, the elite classes. So coffee is one of those that has always been known as a middle class beverage enjoyed by those in that class of society. And this goes back to like 16th century Ottoman Empire. Now, the idea of the Zimbabwe Barista Throwdown is to bring together all these baristas that are from Zimbabwe. They may be based in different places, particularly Cape Town, where a lot of them are, and also in the Middle East. There's quite a number there that have registered. But they just need to pick which province they need to represent. They don't have to be based in that particular province, and they don't have to be based in the country. They just have to choose which province they wish to represent, and then they are entered in that particular province. Now, Zimbabwe is at that point where its coffee industry can really make that jump. And that's because there is a lot of work that has gone on since around 2010. And thanks to the resilience of the guys at the Zimbabwe Coffee Mill, I have to give out a shout out to my good old Mdara Mlambo and Johannes Jory, who is currently the general manager there. They're doing a fantastic work supporting the farmers, making sure farmers are staying on the farms, and they've done so well. And I think we're at that stage now where the industry can then just leap forward. But for that to happen, it requires a solid domestic coffee culture. At the minute, the farmers are exporting almost every coffee bean that they are producing at their farm of a certain quality and above. That's all going abroad, that's all being exported. But we need to build a domestic coffee consumption that will take up at least 25% of the coffee being produced in Zimbabwe. And if we can achieve that, then the farmers have a chance to then compete with the international buyers when they come in, and they can negotiate better. You are giving power to the farmers to negotiate a better price, even if they don't get involved in the value addition side of it. Just by doing their own farm activities, they can negotiate a better price. At the minute, they are 100% price takers. The international buyers come in, particularly the multinational brands that do come in. They just come in and they tell them, this year we are going to take your coffee for X amount of dollars. But here's the thing, the problem with that is they are told the price they're going to get. As I speak right now, we have a severe drought that has caused prices to shoot up significantly. A severe drought in Brazil, the largest producer, which produces 50% of the world's coffee. They've been hit by a severe drought, and as a result of that, coffee prices have shot through the roof. You are looking at around $8-9 a kilogram of green coffee, and yet our farmers will have been told, whatever you're going to produce, we are going to pay you $6, for example. So they lose out as a result. But if they had a domestic buyer and prices are at where they are, they could say, hang on, we think we'll just go with this person who is giving us $7, not you, not the $6 that you said you're going to give us. Unless you're willing to maybe make it $8-9. As I've said previously and repeatedly, coffee farmers are business people. They are not sort of like subsistence farming when they're doing coffee. It's a professional endeavor, and they are qualified to do it, and they have the skill, and that skill needs to be rewarded. So what we need to do is to just have them have the ability, the option really, to sell to a domestic market that is robust and that is ready to take their coffee. So that's why we are doing this Zimbabwe Barista Throwdown, as first of all, as an entrance, as an awareness program into the democratization of the Zimbabwe coffee space. All these baristas that are going to be taking part, we are going to have winners, we are going to have those that will have taken part, but one way or the other, they are essential, they are key to the future of Zimbabwe's coffee. We need coffee to be accessible in all corners. Every high density location needs to have access to good quality coffee, barista prepared. So that's the idea, but the Zimbabwe Barista Throwdown is key in that it is a way in. It is a way in. There are other things that we are not needing to be doing, launching in 2025, going into 2026, for example, in Vumba. Got a fantastic piece of land that we are developing into a school of excellence with partners from South Africa, the African School of Coffee. We're going to be partnering them, and they're coming in to make sure that whatever we're going to be doing is really at the highest level of excellence in coffee and coffee delivery, and also to support the farmers, and also to create employment in the area. And downstream, people can now come in. We want young people coming out of university involved in downstream activities, marketing, packaging, distribution, running coffee shops themselves, and just anything that happens away from the farm regarding coffee. We need a lot of people to be involved. We want to create a whole industry that then supports the rest of the industry. I've talked about the commercialization of conversation. We want people to understand that coffee is part and parcel of the daily life, the daily hustle and bustle of every urban area. And hopefully we'll even take it to rural areas. Well, wouldn't it be nice for you to be randomly traveling around the country and you decide to stop over at Murambinda or Murombezi or Mpandawana, and then you can actually get a nice cappuccino made for you from there. Wouldn't it be a wonderful thing? So that's the whole idea that we are on, and Chakamiri Coffee Company is leading the charge and inviting all other players. And it's not just people involved in coffee, the tourism sector. Oh, that's a big one, that one. I probably need to do a whole video on coffee tourism. I'll probably do, my next video is going to be hopefully on coffee tourism, because if you see what coffee tourism has done for places like Ethiopia and Mexico, and the whole cultural vibe that is around coffee in Ethiopia, the ritual that you get to experience, you go into any Ethiopian home. We want to bring that to Zimbabwe. Manika Land has got such a rich history that goes back, the struggle for independence. They were at the core face of the war, with the struggle being waged from Mozambique. So they've got a rich history that needs to be fused into their coffee growing stories, and we need to be having people coming from all over the world and being a part of this immersive experience of what it is and what goes into your caffeine treatment and your lattes, your cappuccinos, wherever you're located around the world. So yes, that's what we are about this year, the Zimbabwe Barista Throwdown. We've just been in the newspaper and in the local newspapers in Zimbabwe, and we are going to be on local television talking about this. If you've got a company, if you've got an organization that would like to be a part of this, please get in touch, send us an email. I believe the email address is popping down on here, or possibly a number as well is going to be put on there. But please contact us and be a part of this revolution. Be a part of this revolution. Something is about to happen in Zimbabwe, and that something has to do with coffee and nothing else. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, because that helps a lot in us spreading the message of Zimbabwe's coffee industry. So we want to invite you to be a part of this.
Shangamire coffee, 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 coffee by the kings.